The podcast Athlete Next Door is presented by SDA Athletics. This episode is sponsored by StrongDadApparel.com. This is episode 7 and part 1 of the BRIAN BAIN series. Today, we are going to be checking out his home gym, Jurassic Strength. This home gym has become widely known in the strength community. As him and his wife consider moving a piece of property, I was happy to get in here for a full video recording of what the gym looks like in its OG status. We hope to cover every inch of this gym and see what kind of treasures we can find.
Hey, come on in. Welcome to Jurassic Strength.
Wow. Incredible. It's all in your garage.
Yeah.
Sweet. So how long has this been accumulating? When did it start accumulating?
So the home gym started in 2017 in a rental house. We moved over here, sold everything we had in about 2019, and then started rebuilding and got to the point that it is now.
Sweet. Widely known. All right. Well, we're going to do our normal one-take fashion. So I'm going to start on the left side right here and see what we got. So first of all, got ourselves a rack here. We got some, what are those blocks you use for?
Those are bench blocks, so used for board pressing on the bench.
All right.
Above that, you got the yoga body trapeze for stretching out the hips.
Sweet. Got a whole bunch of wraps here. Those all wrist wraps?
A bunch of Cerberus wrist straps and knee wraps.
Sweet.
And then below that, you've got some straps, some figure six straps, a belt fed strength back slapper, also belt fed strength dip that you would put on your weightlifting belt and use for weighted dips.
Sweet, that chain.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's real leather. That's super cool. I love that. Then down here you got
the wagon wheels with the oak club holder.
I like that. All right, and what do we got right here in the floor here?
This is the Nautilus pivot press.
Sweet. Fully adjustable to seat back to help save you some space. What makes you like the pivot press versus like the slide rail?
Yeah, I like a pivot press over a linear leg press. The foot plate angles as you press, so it's very easy on the knees and the ankles. This particular version is really cool because the seat slides backwards and forwards to accommodate different heights. And then this seat back is adjustable up and down, so you can change the variation of how you're loading the hips.
Sweet, love it. Then we got the pile. I threw my stuff on there, but you got yourself the
torque tank down there.
Yeah, the first version. Look at that, I love those. Got your Shaw flag. No gym is a gym without a flag. Miscellaneous pile, and then got all your bags.
Oh yeah,
What's the sizes?
Throwing bags, and then we've got a sandbag all the way from 100 to 400 pounds.
Sweet. Cool. All right, pulling out of your, we got a little rope up there too. Sweet. All right, you got a bicycle. Then what do we got here? Is this your bench?
Yeah, this is a pile of strongman gear. So first things first, here we have the Williams Strength signature bench.
Okay.
It's a 0 to 90 adjustable bench with the spotter platforms. Extremely heavy duty, very heavy. I want to say it's like 220 pounds.
Wow. That's incredible.
Then behind that, we have the old Dean Muncie's yokes. Have the Mike Bartos wheelbarrow.
Nice.
And then we have a Krepensek Westside SSB. This is very highly sought after SSB. I'm not the biggest fan, but other people really love it. Then we have the Powerlift SSB, and this one is probably my favorite safety squat bar.
That looks like the twin to the one that Skylin has.
Yes.
Okay.
It got picked up from the same person, actually.
And it's from out of University of Washington originally.
Yes, that's correct.
That's cool. That's got the twin piece here. You guys will see that. I think that's episode 4 on our thing. All right, prehistoric strength. Got your buddy's flag up there.
Yeah, big Sturge.
All right. All right, while we're over here, look at this. I just see, when I see these style dumbbells, it's just a lightweight, baby.
Lightweight.
Nothing but a peanut right here. All right, so what's the sizes on your dumbbell rack?
Yeah, so it goes from, they're actually in kg, it goes from 2.5 kg all the way up to 100 kilograms. So in pounds, that goes from 5 pounds all the way up to 220 pounds.
You guys can see this is incredible. Triple deep. Wow, beautiful. And they're all Ivanko. Solid. No hard rattles. Done well. I like that. That's beautiful. Then we got some little trophy spot. Everyone's got to have one. The gym mirror to flex in. All right, what do we got here?
This is the Sorenex leg curl, leg extension machine.
All right.
The reason I picked this one up is it is the best footprint of any combo leg extension leg curl machine.
Yeah, definitely.
It's got a 36 by 36 footprint, and it does what it does really well.
Sweet, and you had it powder coated, your blue.
Yes.
Got your silver dollar deadlift, MB power.
Right underneath it, yep, nice little storage space.
And what is the? Is that like an axle without the collar guards?
Exactly. So
Okay.
you got the collars on it, and you can adjust it to any length you want.
Sweet.
But another benefit of that is you can slide it through pins, so different pipes, and do different setups on the rack.
That's just another adjustable.
This is the Prime adjustable 0 to 90 bench. It has a 10-inch wide pad, so it's really good for bodybuilding. This is my wife's bench. She uses it a lot.
Oh, that's awesome.
Where the Williams Strength bench has a 13-inch wide pad, so you can't get as much shoulder retraction, but it's really good for heavy bench press.
Man, his and hers bench, that's a dream. All right, the Bartos log here. What's the size and weight on this?
That is a 12-inch, 150-pound log.
Sweet. Then does this go on?
Those go to, attachments for the Prime bench. You got ab, so you can do some ab work, you can do some fixed bicep work with it.
Yeah. All right, you got
This is the
Elite FTS.
Yep, Elite FTS 45-degree extension.
Cool, I like that. It's big boy size too.
It does really good at accommodating the big boys. It's got the extra wide foot plate, so you can do multiple different stances on it.
Yeah.
You can load the bands on it, and you get really heavy.
That's awesome. All right, got yourself the.
Yeah, working over. This is the Powerlift PCD. What is really unique about this is it has on the reverse hyper pendulum arms, it can go one leg or two legs.
Oh, sweet.
So you can get a lot of different variations there.
Is that your custom Jurassic?
Yes, those are
Wagon
the
wheels?
36-inch wagon wheels done by Tony Ellis.
Beautiful. You guys can probably see him on his Instagram all the time for your show. Got your little media station here with your TV and some chalk. Do you prefer liquid or powder?
I like them both. It just depends on the environment. If I'm in here, I like to use liquid just because it's less messy.
Yeah.
If I'm on a competition floor, I will definitely grab the powdered chalk.
I never tried the Skull Smash. How is that stuff?
Oh, it's great.
Sweet.
It hits
I
hard.
know he helps sponsor a lot of shows. All right. Is this a head attachment?
Yes, you got a couple of neck work attachments there.
Yeah.
One goes just on your head, traditional neck attachment. The other one is a pivoting style attachment, so you can get lateral work in.
I think I saw a Coop
Yep,
video on one of those.
he has several videos on him.
Yeah. Some more Spud Ink work. Wow, look at that. Got some trophies. Got all your neoprene.
Yep, different
Does it ever
squat
get-
suits, deadlift suits up there.
Nice. Got some
Grip
handles.
shorts. You got the handles for the trap bar, and then lots of different grip attachments, different cable attachments. And then that silver thing, that's the Pure Torque ab attachments for rotational ab work.
Wonderful.
So you attach that to your cable machine and you can get some of that lateral movement in.
I like the potato. Little grip. Got some pins. Are those did you get those, gosh, what's the right word?
The Cerberus Denny rings?
Yeah, are those, who made those rings? That's what.
Oh yeah, those are done by Cerberus, and those
Cerberus?
are clones of the actual Denny rings.
I didn't know Cerberus made them. I knew a few other people did.
They
make
do
a-
make them, and they're actually almost exact replicas.
Perfect.
And so they have the Denny rings, and then they also have the nickel rings now.
Okay,
So-
cool. Yeah, I love how the nickel stones are getting popular on that point. And wow, I love that. Big dog bone. All the grips. Okay, looking down, working our way around. Then it looks like you got a loadable. What do you think of this loadable?
The Beast Metals 12-inch loadable dumbbell. It's great, and I absolutely hate it. That is my least favorite style of circus dumbbell.
Yeah.
I'm more keen to use the monster dumbbells, but these pop up more often in competition.
Sure, I on the local competition standpoint too, it's probably affordability
Oh yeah,
and how quickly you can adjust,
yes.
especially when you're just at that weight level. If you're not doing a 300-pound circus dumbbell, why have too much? But cool. What is this?
This is the Arsenal Strength adductor machine with custom weight stack. Generally, they only go up to 300 pounds, but I've customized this one to go up to 500 pounds.
Okay.
So you can get a lot of hip work done on it. Keep the hip, especially for what we do in strongman, keep the hips healthy.
Yeah. I totally get that.
Then over here you have more cable attachments.
All the bands.
All the bands.
I'll hang it down and then
You can never have enough bands. Especially when you put them in use with the Mike Bartos deadlift platform.
yeah, and that you also have in blue. Do you have the same guy powder coat everything, or do you just order them with a powder coat option?
I order with the powder coat option, and then
Okay.
I have the powder coat code that I give to them, so it all matches.
Perfect. That's perfect. Got some more grippies. Oh man. I like the rolling handles. I like using mine at home. Got our little extra rack in here. We'll go over the story on that when we work our way around. Loadable stone to steel. Cool. Vacuum. Gym vacuum. All right, let's get to this while we're right here.
Yeah, this is the Sornex lat pull low row machine with upgraded stack to 400 pounds.
Wonderful.
And then attached to that is the Mutant Metals arc handle with arc pull down with his handles. It's really cool because it has an inverse angle, so it hits lats a little bit differently. And then attached to the back of that is his Mutant Metals dip attachment. So those same handles that are on that will go to that attachment, and you can work your dips on it.
I can't wait to try that out. Got yourself your little
Then that's
lift?
hammer strength tibia lift.
tibia. Yeah, that's right.
So keeps the knees healthy is really what it's good for.
That's awesome.
And anything that is not color matched was picked up secondhand for cheap on the marketplace. So
Exactly.
one day they'll get powder coated, but for now it's good enough.
Yeah. Of course, I brought my hammers so we can do a little lift session after this with them. And so do you want to go on the story of this floor mat here?
Yeah, so I lived in Japan for a couple years, and I became friends with Anastasios, who is the Wasaka Tokyo production manager. And he hooked me up with a bunch of Wasaka equipment, one being this platform, which is phenomenal. It's just like a puzzle platform, how it goes together, but excellent for doing overhead work and keeping the floor in good shape. And so he also hooked me up with some of the bumper plates that we can see over here and different barbells, different equipment. If you
That's
don't know
incredible.
Wasaka, they make some really excellent weightlifting equipment.
Yeah, we'll go over the rest of that stuff, but just for a quick look. That is just beautiful. An Olympic lifter's dream.
Yes.
That's for sure. And they're little, well, I'm over here. They're a little custom made just for them collars to fit into gaps. Cool, so we kind of got that space. Let's roll to the back side of the rack here. Looks like you got double stacks for cables.
Yeah, so
Fully
these
adjustable.
are the Sornex. You got both of them on each side. Sornex functional cable columns. They call them FCC. They go up to normally 250, but we upgraded the stack to 300 pounds on them. These actually probably get the most use out of anything in this gym. If you don't have a cable column, they're extremely versatile. You can get lots of rehab, lots of accessory work done on them. And then, so they're just attached to the backside of the 6-post rogue rack.
Beautiful. Let's look what I got. I got ourselves what's underneath the hat here.
That is the Rogue Globe. So hook that up to your cable, get some nice grip work, good lat work on it.
Oh, I've seen people
Or you can
use
do
that
some
to-
pull-ups for it, those types of things.
I've seen people test that for working like a stone, like a lat,
Yeah, exactly.
like a closer grip pull for stones.
And then the hat actually came from Las Vegas. Went up there with Jeff and his wife and competed at the Las Vegas Pro-Am and came home with the hat as a souvenir.
That's awesome. You got some blobs here. So is there any significant history on any of these? Got some
Not so
Yorks?
much. It's we got blobs all the way down from like 10 pounds and then all the way up to 95 pound on the handle. Eventually we'll work up to getting to the 150s, but
Yeah.
just a small collection of blobs and building them as they come along.
Some more plates wherever you can fit them. Well, tell me about this Bartos.
Yeah, that's another loadable circus dumbbell. So the end caps here will split at the end cap and then you can load plates into it to get heavier.
Cool. Plate loadable. I love that. Oh, he always does that. Top notch. Anything from him.
And then over here you have another Tony Ellis implement.
Okay.
This is a front hold implement, so you load plates in here and just hold it out in front of you, work the shoulders, work the front delts.
That's cool. Something pretty.
And then also you can see it gets used as a
Yeah.
storage for the
Catch all.
different cables.
Got some spacers that are important. Let's look at this ghost deadlift jack.
This is a very unique deadlift jack, and the fact that it has rollers built into it, so you can center the bar like that,
Yeah.
and then the pin can change heights.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
depending on what different variation of deadlift you're doing.
That's awesome that you can get the wagon wheels off or
Oh, yep.
tires off.
Much easier than sitting there struggling against the bar.
Is that a ghost?
That's
little
the
single jack
Ghost Cleva single deadlift jack, yep. And then a Slater monster dumbbell, 12-inch monster dumbbell.
there? What's that one sitting at right now?
That one's loaded up to 180.
Okay. Do you ever adjust them often or?
No, I actually have a couple more that have been loaned out to friends. One sits at 130 and the other sits at 200.
Sweet.
These are pretty much load to the weight that you want to use and then don't change it.
Yeah. Got a little forearm grip. Pretty solid. Sornex. Looks like.
Sornex wrist roller, yep. So you'd put a loading
Smooth.
pin on the
That
bottom
feels
of
really
that
good.
and get a nice forearm burn.
Some more Spud ink everywhere. Wow. All right. So I'm going to follow you over to
Okay,
the bar rack.
lots of different bars.
Wow. Let's go top to bottom.
All right, so at the very top we have Texas deadlift bar. Then below that we have the Arsenal Athletics, not to be confused with Arsenal Strength. This is the 10-foot mammoth bar.
Sweet.
Below that we have an American Barbell weightlifting bar, so 28 millimeters.
Okay.
Then below that we have Kabuki Black Oxide squat bar. Then below that, this is the Kabuki Black Oxide deadlift bar.
I like the whiter.
Then we have a Rogue CB4. This is their bow tie bar, and actually, normally they come powder coated black. We've knocked all the powder coat off of it, so it's just a raw bar.
Nice.
Then we are starting to get into some very unique bars. This one here is the American Barbell deadlift bar. What's unique about it is it's the longest deadlift bar that meets powerlifting specification, and it's completely stainless steel.
Wow.
So this was a custom bar that we did in the Discord. So a group of us got together, determined what specs we wanted, and then got with the owner of American Barbell. He made it for us.
That's beautiful, Tig. All right. And
then below that is another custom Discord bar done by American Barbell. This is the 25 TPI version.
Chewy.
So TPI is the amount of teeth per inch on the barbell that will determine how aggressive a barbell is.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I love the aggressive.
So this one is very similar to Kabuki power bar.
Wow. Like grabbing a baby chainsaw.
Below that we have the Mike Bartos axle, custom powder coated in blue. Below that is this is a Swiss bar done by Rep out of Vegas. Not Rep Fitness that you would normally think of, but a very small company who actually originated these types of Swiss bars.
I love the raw, with clear coat look.
Oh yeah.
That's beautifully done.
He does a great job making these bars.
I love that. I want to see more of it.
Then
another stainless Chewy.
Below that, this one's again another custom Discord bar. This is the 20 TPI version of the Chewy, so a little bit more aggressive than the one that we just looked at.
So you're saying you're on like a Discord group for that?
Yes, we have a Discord group that works with manufacturers to make custom barbells.
Sweet.
So we have worked with a few different companies, Gymway, American Barbell, and at this point there's like 5 or 6 different custom barbells that we've made.
Wow, that's incredible. Just kidding. I love it.
Below that, this is a Waisaka bar that I brought home from Japan. This is their nickel version, which they don't make anymore and is very rare. Yeah. Amazing barbell. It has great specs and great tolerances. The knurl is not quite as aggressive as most powerlifters like, but I really like it for bench press.
It's a beautiful bar.
Below that, this is the Arsenal Athletics Monster Axle Bar. So this is a completely stainless steel knurled axle bar, and this is what I would call a true strongman axle. The sleeves are extra long, so you can load it up with tires, with wagon wheels, whatever you have, and
it's so beautiful.
Can really do some damage with it. Below that is another Rep Swiss bar, but this one has the fat 2-inch handles on it.
That's awesome.
And then the very last bar is another Waisaka bar. This is a women's weightlifting bar.
Okay,
this is
why
Nicole's bar.
That's beautiful. Got your custom farmers down there. Did Ellis make those?
These are Mike Bartos farmers.
Oh, okay.
Great piece of equipment.
Yeah.
Then we have the Prime Trap Bar. What's really unique about this is the handles are interchangeable, and then the handles also adjust height, so you can set whatever height you want to work with.
Oh, I see. I love that.
And then above that, this is Nicole's 10-inch Rogue Log.
Yeah, standard size for a lot of women's shows. Awesome. Let's go to some vertical stack.
Then we get into even more bars here. This is the Mars bar.
Yeah.
A lot of people really love this bar. I like this bar, but I actually prefer the Powerlift bar. Both of them you can let go completely of the handles. This one's more of a low bar variation, where the Powerlift is more of a high bar variation. Back here hiding in the corner is another very unique piece of kit. This is a Texas barbell custom croc handle.
I love it. That is cool. Got another axle right.
So then, yep, this is another Mike Bartos axle.
Okay. Powder
coated black with a nice texture on it. Here we have a right axle, and it has rotating sleeves and knurling on it.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. So set screws out for, because of the rotating.
Yeah. It's just like a roller pin in there. It hooks up there and can get some nice rotation on it.
Beautiful.
Behind that, we have a Rogue seal row bar. So it's got the bend in the center of it, so you can get some seal rows with it.
Oh, I see. There we go.
Then behind that is a Vonco curl bar. Doesn't get much use.
Where do you use your seal row at? Do you have a setup that you typically do for it? Or
Yes.
I know
so
you can do like a deficit bench, I've seen.
I have a custom setup inside the rack here. Just move one of these log pads out of the way. So we will set up the safety arms to a certain height.
Yeah.
And then we'll set the Rogue J cups underneath that. And then we have the Oak Club Zero spine. So this is another custom piece of equipment where the spine will go into the safeties. And then you got a pad that you can lay on and get your steel rows done.
Awesome. Well, we'll get back and just finish this real quick for
Yep.
me.
Then over here we have, this is the Rep Fitness SSB. Very nice SSB bar. Behind that we have, I'm drawing a blank on the name of this bar. We'll have to come back to it. But it is a camber bar. Excellent bar.
Reminds me of...
Foley bar, that's what it is.
Okay. I have a Titan one I used when I had a shoulder injury and I still wanted to squat.
Oh yeah, they're great bars.
I still love it to grab up top now and let it swing.
Okay.
Pendulum.
Yeah, I started with the Rep one and then I ended up upgrading to this Bully bar. Absolutely love the bar, but you need a very unique setup. You can't use it in most power racks because of the way it cambers. The J cups would come out to here, so you have to have either you have to have a monolift or you have to have a custom power rack setup to be able to use it.
When I've tried lifting at some CrossFit gyms, they have a lot very narrow racks.
Okay.
So I wonder if that would almost fit on some of theirs.
That might work. Yep. That's actually, I have the rack offsets above you to help accommodate that.
Cool. Of course you do. Looks like deadlift.
Yeah, so again, we have some very unique bars. These two bars here could be considered like the holy grail of barbells in the equipped powerlifting world. What they are is Iron Wolf bars. There's some history behind it. So a guy in the early 2000s worked for York, made these bars, and the build quality behind them is quite excellent. So what this one is a 35 millimeter squat bar, and then this one is a 28 millimeter deadlift bar, and they are again completely stainless steel.
35. That's crazy. I've never seen one in that range. That's beautiful. Knurling. Oh yeah, I like the aggressive. Okay, that's a little smooth.
A little bit smoother. The deadlift bar is extremely long, so almost as long as this American barbell deadlift bar.
I'm using straps on it anyway.
And then the squat bar is extra thick, so even at 1,000 pounds, you're not going to get a whole lot of flex on it.
What do we got hiding just behind those 2-inch bars?
This one here is the Rhino HD bar, so it's similar to like a bamboo style bar where it's going to flex quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
Good for stabilizing work. And then behind that is a 2.5-inch axle bar.
Oh, I see.
So good
It goes
for
out
grip work.
Yeah, it's like they just welded on an extra pipe over it.
Yeah.
2-inch. That makes sense. Then you got a couple more.
Then we
These
have
are custom.
These are custom logs. These are custom Tony Ellis logs with mutant metal stainless steel handles.
Okay.
Very aggressive knurl. This one's a 12.5-inch log, and then the one behind it is a 14-inch log. It's
so you can kind of see. You even got the Jurassic design on it.
yes, the
Attention
Jurassic
to
end
detail.
caps. These logs are incredibly unique, very well done, very well made, and very heavy. This one is about 290 pounds empty, and then this one's about 350 pounds empty. So it's not a not a log that you're gonna start out with.
No, it's fun. As a fellow person who has custom equipment like that, it builds the lore behind it. You know, if you got something heavy that only some people can press,
Oh yeah,
you know, the list is short.
this is very short.
Yeah. All right, you got another wall mount here. Got some more belts. Oh my gosh. Dinosaurs with lasers.
Has belt, shoe rack, and
Nice.
knee sleeve rack.
Cool. Well, we're back at the door, so now we get to do the fun part, the centerpiece.
The
crown
centerpiece, the
jewel.
rack. Very proud of this rack.
Well, first off, hanging off, we got some fully adjustable arms.
These are the Rogue lever arms with Vendetta Strength adapters on them. I recently tore my tricep, so these have been really good for rehab work. As far as I can set the height of the lever arm and then the starting position of the lever arm wherever I want to. So I've been right there at the tricep extension working that.
Yeah.
Been super great for that.
The first crossbar, let's go. You got a couple like giant U-bolts.
Giant U-bolts, good for band work, good for stretching, different things.
Okay.
Right now we've got some Spud Ink safety straps looped through them just to get them out of the way.
Awesome.
And then right above that is a couple of Sorinex globes, balls to do some deadlifts on.
Yeah, or dead hangs.
Yeah, sorry.
I was like, dang.
Deadlift in the rack.
Down deadlifts. I got another crossbar, beautiful. So this whole rack is Rogue.
The rack is Rogue. The stainless steel Rogue rack.
Yeah. Got another multi-grip for pull-ups and hangs over there. In case you need to climb a mountain, you can train. Couple more. I mean, if you got empty spots, you might as well fill it. I like these ghost rollers.
Those are my favorite.
Those are beautiful. Did you buy all that ghost stuff together from someone?
From Ghost, yeah. It was a custom order Ghost. We also used to have a competition bench that I was really proud of, but I got a lot more use out of the leg press, so had to get rid of the bench.
Yeah.
Should only keep it in a garage gym, which you're actually going to use and train with, and what benefits your training style.
Yeah, if you were a power lifter.
If I was doing more powerlifting work, I would, but I've got the adjustable bench that I can roll in here, so there was no real reason to keep it.
Yeah.
It was just redundant.
And then those mono arms.
These are the Mutant Metal snapback rollers. So what's really cool about them is they are very quick to get out of your way once you unrack.
Loaded. Beautiful. Got some extended arms there. Got some dumbbell holders that.
Black Widow dumbbell holders.
All right. Got some more beautiful plates, and then the collars. This is awesome. So many different kinds. Then the ones for hanging chain. What brand is that? Beautiful. You already showed me the platforms here. What's this for?
That is just a pinpipe safety. Those are your basic safeties that a lot of people will throw away.
I see. Yeah.
But what I use them for is loading stones over. They're excellent for loading stones, loading sandbags.
Oh, I bet. Got some more. What did I look at? Oh, yeah. Let's get the story on these monos.
These are the Mech 6 monos. So these are very rare, very hard to get. You had to be on the bodybuilding forums in the early 2000s to be able to even have a chance at them. They popped up locally on the marketplace. A guy down in Salem had them and he was selling his whole rack. I asked him, hey, will you sell me just these mono lifts? And he's like, I really don't want to separate it. So I was like, all right, I'm going to take the entire setup. And that's how the story I ended up with 2 6-post power racks, one in storage and then the one here. Also, I could get my hands on these guys.
Yeah. That's still worth it. I mean, beautiful. You got your adjustable for safeties. Wow. And all numbered. They all 2-inch gap.
Yep, all 2-inch gap, numbered all the way down. There are so much stuff on this power rack, it is completely loaded down.
You can always add more.
Or you add another rack.
Yeah. Well. Oh, stone. What do we got here?
That is a 420-pound stone made by Jeff Walling. It is a 22-inch round stone, and it is incredible.
And the timing on this interview, a couple of days ago, Jeff just released the stones for Dungeon Strength RX, specifically for them with their own little.
Specifically for them, And unfortunately, I don't have him here at this time, but he also made me my own custom set, just like the dungeon ones.
Wow.
Kenny has them over at his house, but they're 21 inch and they go from 360, 400, 460, and 515.
Wow, so bigger than the ones.
Bigger than the ones at Dungeon, yep.
So they're like sister ones, so they have the same complexion, the color and stuff on them?
Same color. They have my logo on them in the coins.
You're
so
special.
they're very cool, very unique. Haven't been lifted at all yet. It's gonna be good.
Sure, there's a few guys at that show that would love to check your version out. Since you get the heavier ones.
The goal is next to have him make an American record stone at 565 pounds. And then hopefully someone can come out here and set the a new American record.
Yeah.
If they don't do it at the Shaw Classic first.
Well, now you said it, he's gonna do it. Wow. And then this little.
That is the
big.
8-inch sister dumbbell of that 12-inch monster dumbbell over there. So a little bit smaller for the women.
Is it the same handle diameter?
Slightly smaller.
Okay. Is that like a 3-inch?
I want to say it's 2.5 inch.
2.5? Okay. Yeah, looks like the other one. Wow, just one more look through. Everyone talks about your home gym. There's even guys on the big pro scene that love your home gym. How does that make you feel?
It is very satisfying because a lot of work went into building out this space.
Yeah.
A lot of time and effort Tetrising it, making the most use out of the space.
Yeah.
I lived in Japan during the COVID period. So during that time, I had my wife take dimensions of this garage. And then every night I would get off work, I would hop on the laptop, look up equipment, and then use the Rogue Zeus builder to see what I could fit where. And it accumulated into this. And it is a pretty amazing space to train out of.
And by the time this video is out too, it looks like the gym may be moving.
That is the goal. We are trying to move out of this townhome into a single family home that has a separate 4-car garage so we can expand. It's got a nice, big, large paved area so we can really hit the moving events in Strongman.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that. So
you're looking to buy a property that you can also host for more events?
Yes, that is the goal.
Wow, I can't wait for that. But the fact is, this is the OG Jurassic gym. The one that everyone gets to see and we're gonna miss. We'll be able to look back on this video in 20 years. Oh, look at these. Did you make them or did someone make them for you?
These are made by Belt-Fed Strength. His name is Chris and his wife Randy are out of Virginia.
Okay.
And they do custom leather work. So
where are they at in Virginia?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
My wife's from there. That's
but
funny.
they, so he does all the big labor, the stitching, the cutting, and she does all the carving and painting of the belts. And they are the best belts in the industry.
That is awesome. What's the thickness on those?
Mine is 13, hers is 10.
Okay. Did he also do these other belts we saw earlier?
Indeed.
Wow. Or he and she. I guess they work together on those.
They do work together, and I will not own a different belt besides their belts. Their work is absolutely incredible.
Eventually, I will. I still work with my cheap Gym Reaper I originally got. It's the best for affordable, cheap entry-level belts. It was definitely the best choice for me. But I used the Shaw, the Evolution soft belt.
The underbelt, okay.
I use that for everything. It's really helped me out.
It's good, yep.
Then doubling up for the heavy stuff. And of course, we've been looking at him this whole time. He's got the sexy shorts on.
Oh yeah, my favorite shorts. These are the go-to shorts. If they're clean in the short drawer, the first thing I'm grabbing. My wife will not let me leave the house with them because they're a little bit too sexy, but I hope to add to the collection pretty soon.
No, dude, I love that you help support me with my apparel. I know I got my yoke ones on right now. Got one of my OG shirts, but cool. All right, well, let's kind of look our way out.
Thanks for coming. See you later, my friend.
All right, see ya.